Good morning, everybody.
It's Happy Wednesday.
It's hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day. Well, we want to welcome everyone into the show today, and we want to welcome all the viewers, all the subscribers, all the lurkers, all the everybody's. Who are all they people? What are they doing today while they're listening to our show? Because this show is designed that you can listen while you do other stuff.
I think everybody's lurking today. They're driving down the road so they can go to do some lurking.
Lurking, huh?
Yeah, I found out that I can lurk on all the channels except for this one. I can't seem to find a way to lurk on this particular channel.
So you can't find a way to lurk on your own channel.
I know, right?
Well,
I guess I could go in the living room and do it.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Okay, let's go try.
Well, so today is, today we're talking about dry docking.
Yeah.
What is it and why is it? And it was so funny because I forget who it was said that the RV. It was Blaine from Riley Creative Travels. They live in an RV, and he says, well, he knows why they get dry docked.
They do.
They get up on a lift and they get stuff done to them.
That's right. That's kind of the same thing for a ship. You got to have that maintenance done.
Is that what dry docking is?
That's exactly what it is. And there's different levels of dry docking. We're going to talk all about it. So hang tight and find out what dry docking is, how long it takes, and what happens to all kinds of stuff that's going on with the dry dock.
So I know nothing about dry dock except for that I know that they clean barnacles off ships while they're in dry dock because that's the only. Well, no, that's not the only one. They do have divers that clean barnacles off of the ship holes. That's not technically.
Well, let's
dry
not forget
docking.
this again right here. We left our note.
Yes, we had this note yesterday, and we did not say this. We want to give a huge shout out to Billy
Babowski.
I can't say his name.
Gave us a big old $5 super thanks on Monday morning's episode. How about that?
Yes. So on any of our videos, you can click on the super thanks, and it's like giving us a super chat in real life in a live show, but it's a super thanks.
Yeah, you can do it on videos and when you watch a hashtag replay on a morning show, stuff like that.
So super thanks to you, Billy.
That's the first time we got one of those.
Yes, you are our first. Super
How about
thanks.
that?
Broke the ice.
Thank you for that.
And so we want to say good morning to Lal Jones because he brings us the quote of the day.
The quote of the day is, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. And that's from Socrates.
Yeah, that's a real struggle for me, not to focus all your energy on fighting the old, but building the new. That's something that I always focus on the old crap, and I have a hard time building the new.
Well, the great thing about this is you're looking back at this dude, Socrates. He lived thousands of years ago.
Yeah,
and
right?
He was not looking at the past, but looking ahead. That's crazy, ain't it? Oh, we got another one here. The soul usually knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is to silence the mind. Author unknown.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that my mind just will not shut up. I'll be awake all night because my mind will not shut up.
That's not your mind. That's those earbuds you have in your ears when you sleep, listening to stories.
First of all, I don't have earbuds in my ears when I sleep. Listen to stories. Let's get it straight.
Well, then I wake up hearing what's coming out of your head, too. I wake up and I go, what is that talking? I look over there and it's coming out of your head.
It's because I don't sleep. Chet doesn't let me have the TV on to sleep. I'm one of those people that I need some sound. So I usually have a book or story or something, and I'll have my phone on my pillow like this, so that if I need to hear it, I'll just put my ear closer to it. And if I really don't need to exactly hear what's going on, my head's further away. You actually hear my stories at night.
If I wake up, I hear it. Yeah, I wake up and I go.
And good morning to the Z-Man.
Good morning to you, Z-Man.
And good morning to the Gaylords.
Good morning, Gaylords.
And of course, we've said good morning to Lal Jones.
Yes.
Let me get down here. Hold on. Here's. Are they talking about breakfast again? They're talking about breakfast. Let me skip past the breakfast.
We talk about breakfast every morning, and a lot of us eat the same things pretty much, but we take a break from it and get something different.
Well, and we want to say good morning to Eddie Lugo Studios. He is wearing his tuxedo today.
That's right. Studios is back.
That's right. And good morning to TNT's Adventures to Sea.
And they're back from the cruise, and they got some videos coming up, and we're going to be checking them out over at TNT this morning.
Here's what they say.
I felt like when we got off the Freedom, it needed a bit of dry docking from the whale tail to the sewage issues. Yeah, the poor whale tail. I went down there, and I thought, well, this will be appropriate ship for me. We're both parked in the handicap lane.
And good morning to Scott Smith.
Good morning, Scott. He's driving and listening.
And good morning to the Fearless Rambler.
Howdy, George.
And talk about lurkers. Here's the Gaylords.
I do the lurking a lot in the evening. I go upstairs without my glasses, so it's hard to type on my phone. Yeah, I told myself sometimes I like to do a little lurking like that myself, but I can't find a way to lurk on this channel.
And you probably knew what Eddie was talking about here.
Well, there are talks about changing names in ELS becoming the parent company, but negotiations are still going on. It's top secret.
And so Lyle Jones wants to know, who is ELS?
It's Electric Light Orchestra. No, that's ELO.
And TNT is saying that they just dropped some videos about their room tour, so make sure you go over and check them out.
Yes.
And good morning to Cruising for One.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Cruising for One.
So we're to the first level of slashes, and we have Litter Family Fun bringing us the Day of the Day.
Day of the Days. Thank you, Tanisha, for this. And she says, good morning to all y'all out there. Happy National Supermarket Employee Day. I'm fixing to have to go to the supermarket myself today. Happy Ash Wednesday. There you go. It's Ash Wednesday. California Day. Happy California Day. I like that.
Oh.
Happy Cook a Sweet Potato Day. And National Margarita
I'm all about
Day.
National Margarita Day, baby girl.
That happens a lot around here. Get up and celebrate. About to drive, but listening. Good morning to you, Tanisha, and thank you for this day of the days.
And we want to say good morning to Sharon Rowland and Alicia Adventures in Cruising and Kathy Mills and Destination Fun.
Good morning to all y'all. Woo! They're flying up in here this morning right now.
And good morning to Mark the Shark.
Oh, everybody get your salutes up. He says, greetings from Harmony of the Seas.
Oh, look, Mike the Realist has a new picture.
I know. I told him that yesterday. I said, Michael, that's a great picture. Yeah.
I mean, I like the picture of himself, too. I mean, that is himself. Yeah. That's just the animated version. Would that be?
I guess that's, that's really cool.
Yes. And good morning, Michael the Realist. We love having you with us this morning. And good morning to Jennifer from Embarkation Nation.
Embarkation Nation. Good morning.
And good morning to On Deck with CB.
Woohoo!
Okay. We may have some more people to say good morning to. Oh, we'll start right here with this.
Oh, TNT's Adventures to Sea says, my body needed a dry dock after the last cruise.
Okay, so that's a good one to bring us to our topic.
Yeah, so let's talk about that dry dock. What is a dry dock? Well, that's taking that cruise ship, because we're going to focus on cruise ships, obviously, not tankers and other submarines and things like that. But the cruise ship, they're going to take it out of the water to receive routine maintenance. Can you believe that? So what they do is they pull it up into an area that's full of water, and they set blocks under it, and they drain the water out, and that ship is actually setting up on blocks. It's setting up on blocks so they can scrub all them barnacles off. Have you noticed in some of the cruise news here lately that some ships weren't able to go around New Zealand and Australia? They got stopped and said, too many barnacles.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
it's happened to a couple
I guess
of ships.
That's because of, how they, like here in Florida, when you leave one lake and go to another lake for fishing with your boat, we have water hyacinths here that are not natural to Florida. They were brought over here from somewhere else, I think the Caribbean. And so now you can get a fine if you do not clean the water hyacinths off of your boat propeller and off of your boat trailer before you leave that lake. So I guess that's like the barnacles.
Got to be something like that, right? Don't want to bring invasive species in. So they actually, I can't believe that they actually stopped some cruise ships out there and went, hold on, we got to check your hull, which means they have to have people go underwater to check it.
Yeah, they have to have. Well, actually, I knew someone one time that he was a diver, and that's what he did. He cleaned barnacles off of the hulls of boats and inspected the hulls of boats as a diver down in Miami. But I didn't realize that they could actually stop a cruise ship from their itinerary for that.
Yep, they sure can. It's happened a couple of times.
Oh, that's
a couple of times here recently. So the dry dock is when they get them up in there and they can scrub all that off. They can check the if it needs to be painted, if they got to fix a crack, all kinds of stuff they can do under there. Fix propellers, replace them. Things that they got to do on the outside underneath of the boat that's usually underwater that you don't see.
And what's amazing to me is when we docking, the cruise ship is docking and we see how much of the ship is sticking out of the water. It's amazing how much of the ship is still in the water.
Oh yeah, a bunch.
I know, right? And we want to say good morning to Jack in the shop.
Jack in the shop, good morning to you.
And Mark the Shark is reminding everyone to give us a thumbs up.
Thank
and
you
the cruise nuts are lurking from Facebook.
Lurking!
And good morning to Will G.
Good morning to you.
And good morning to Woman Outdoors.
A squeaky for Woman Outdoors. She finally got up early enough to see us.
And good morning to Elaine.
Hey, Elaine, she's listening while getting ready. Hopes everyone has an amazing day.
And good morning to Captain Billy.
Ahoy, Captain Billy. He says ahoy to everybody out there in Sea Lake Journeys and the crew.
So back to our topic.
All right, so you know what else they do, though, while it's in dry dock? A lot of times they go in there and they replace some carpeting, they replace beds or bedding, curtains, things like that.
Carpet.
Yep. And paint things that they can do, because usually the dry docks are only 2 weeks. They can be longer, but they do everything they can, usually in 2 weeks.
And I think, isn't that when they like resurface the swimming pools and stuff like that too, if they need to have the swimming pools tended to?
Yeah, any maintenance like that, they will go in there and get it hammered out. Maybe they got a cracked piece of glass they got to replace, because we've seen that. We've seen cracked glass in places. And
good morning to CME Traveling.
Hey,
Kurt and Marsha come up directly after us.
That's right behind us.
So what else you got about dry docking?
Sometimes when they stay in there longer than 2 weeks, they're in there because they're actually changing the inside of the ship. Like, you remember back when Carnival did not have Guy's Burger, and then all of a sudden they did have Guy's Burger?
Yeah, right.
Those were part of refurbishments they did in dry dock. They pulled the ship in and add a Guy's Burger.
I could see that. And good morning to Miss Southern Belle.
Miss Southern Belle. That sounds like a new person right there.
No, she's been here before.
Oh, okay, I was fixing to break out the squeaky.
We'll break out the squeaky for her anyway. Everyone, welcome Miss Southern Belle to the chat. Good morning, sweetheart.
I do remember coming down, because I remember Southern Belle.
That's right. And Leonard Family Fun here.
Thanks for joining Robin and Chet at Sea Lake Journeys, the Rise and Shine show.
Right.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
There you go. And good morning to Ocean Travel.
Hey, it's Bruce and Cindy. You had a great show last night, and we had some fun over there.
We did. We had a lot of fun. And Miss Southern Belle says we're so cute. Aw, you guys, you're so cute.
She's cute, and I'm red.
Okay, so back to our topic, Mr. Dodd.
So that's usually how long these dry docks takes. Usually 2 weeks, but sometimes up to a month, because they're doing some big stuff to get that ship ready. Sometimes they actually add cabins. Sometimes they take cabins away and add another venue. Sometimes I've seen them actually pulling out all the seats in a theater and replacing all the seats.
Yes. So back when Carnival had the movie theater seats in the main dining room, they dry docked those ships to pull out all those seats and put in those regular chairs. And now they move them around, and the room can have a big dance floor or whatever they want to do with that room. And that was one thing that they did during dry dock as well. And the
paint jobs you saw recently on Carnival, where they brung them all in and they're putting the blue on them. They do that in dry dock.
Yeah, there you go. And Miss Southern Belle's thanking everyone for the warm welcome, and you are very welcome. And here's on deck.
Oh my God, guys, we just booked an MSC cruise. First time in something other than Carnival. Super excited.
We have our first
next year.
Our first MSC cruise is booked for next year too. And good morning to James.
James is fixing to go on his first cruise in just a matter of a couple of weeks.
I know, right?
Okay, so how often do they do dry dock? Do you know they actually are required to do dry docks?
Yes, because that's part of their required inspections.
That's right. Twice in every 5-year period, with an interval not less than 2 years and not more than 3 years.
Right.
So that's why sometimes they say, "Oh, we forgot we had to do a dry dock, and now we've got to do it, and your cruise is canceled."
Canceled.
Have you ever had your cruise canceled because of a dry dock?
Actually, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I never have either. We never have. But sometimes it can also happen because they broke a propeller, they lost an anchor, all kinds of stuff can happen. They go, we got a dry dock. So they end up canceling a week or two of cruises because they've got to get in and get the ship fixed. Or maybe one of the engines went down and they're going, we've seen that happen. When the engines go down, they can only go half speed.
Yes, that has to be dry docked.
Yeah, they can't get to the ports and stuff. And so sometimes they end up dry docking them.
Well, we want to welcome in Paul from PSV Odyssey.
Hey,
and
Paul.
I think that because TNT Adventures to Sea put up the link for our Facebook group page for our group cruise,
yes.
I think now is a good time to play our commercial. I haven't changed it yet. It's still the same one.
Let's do it, y'all.
Let's do it.
How about a commercial?
It's a group cruise with Sea Lake Journeys and TNT's Adventures to Sea.
On the Norwegian Breakaway.
Heading out on May the 19th through the 26th, 2024, leaving out of Miami.
That's right. And we're going to be going to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and St. Thomas and Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. Also, we're going to Great Stirrup Cay, the private island for NCF.
And TNT has set up a Facebook page for the group, so you will know all about all the fabulous events as they get planned. And we've got some great surprises coming your way. So make sure you join us on our group cruise hosted by Sea Lake Journeys and TNT. How to book that cruise?
Call Bruce at Ocean to Ocean or email him at bruce@oceantooceantravel.com. Book it today. Get that tax return.
Yeah, Chet says book it with your tax return. He has got some fabulous discounts for us. You get to pick. Would you like some free internet? Would you like a free drink package? Would you like some onboard credit?
Call him today or email him. Find out what kind of great deal you can get.
So we are going to have so much fun. That is our first ever hosted group cruise. I have been the host for a Cruise Critic Meet and Greet before, and TNT has been the host for a Facebook page before, but this is our first ever. All three of us, Ocean to Ocean, TNT, and Sea Lake Journeys. It is our first ever hosted group cruise. We are so excited. We would love to have you with us.
And we can tell you that the cruise nuts are coming with us too, Mike and Tracy. If you want to meet them, come on and meet them.
How about that? Let's see. So where do we leave off in the chat? Here's Leonard Family Fun.
Yes, we had our February 2022 cruise canceled on the Carnival Dream. We had the days off and things planned, so we booked Royal Freedom of the Seas. That was our last cruise. Mm-hmm. So overdue for one. Tanisha, I know where you can get one. Call Bruce at Ocean to Ocean today.
And even if it's on our group cruise.
Yeah.
And here's Jennifer from Embarkation Nation.
The Vista definitely needs its dry dock. Sometimes you can tell when they're getting close, can't you?
Yeah, you really can. Yeah. Sometimes it's pretty obvious that
you're walking around going, "Uh-oh, I think this ship needs to go dry dock."
Or, sometimes you don't even know that it needs to be dry docked, but they know it needs to be dry docked.
That's right. Those engines got to be maintained. The navigation system's got to be maintained. And sometimes they're going in there also to get upgrades on their electronic equipment.
Yes. And here's Tom.
Tom says, let us know when you're around and we can talk about Saturday. I think we'll be opening our second port wine then.
Oh, okay. Who's our guest for Saturday?
TNT is.
And I think we have 3 guests lined up, and I'm going to have to get back with you. I'm sorry. Monday through Friday is so busy for me because I work full time, and I apologize I don't get back to people. But we have TNT for this Saturday.
The 25th. I think we got to get back and make sure John Pedroza with Pedroza Travel is going to be with us on the 4th.
But if not, I do know that Elisa Adventures also wants to be a guest on the Saturday.
It wasn't Elisa's. She was the guest.
She sent me an email.
Okay. She sent you an email?
Yeah,
okay.
She sent me an email.
I know somebody else in the chat had said something about it too.
I can't remember who.
Somebody remind us in the chat.
And good morning to Karma Lynn for the win.
Karma Lynn for the win. How about that? Good morning to you.
And let's see. Here's Captain Billy. 18 days to his cruise.
18?
CME is going to check Marsha's work schedule for the group cruise.
Oh, awesome! Yeah! All right. See me traveling, getting a squeaky this morning for that.
We know that sometimes it's very difficult to, take certain times off, certain times of the year. We know how that is.
Hey, Kurt, bring the upside down the pineapple, and we'll take turns sticking on other people's doors. But let's keep it a secret just between us, okay?
Yeah, don't tell TNT because it might end up on their door.
Or the cruise nuts door.
Or the cruise nuts. Yeah, don't tell the cruise nuts. And the Gaylords, here we go.
The tires need rotating. Need new pine tree air freshener.
That's right. Needs to get dry docked. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you go up there toward the captain and the navigator out. They got a little pine tree hanging from the.
Yeah. So while you're talking some more, I'm gonna go back and look through the chat and make sure I didn't miss anything.
So what about the crew? What happens to the crew during these 2 weeks to a month? Well, guess what? Most of them just stay on board, continuing to do their regular jobs. Some of them start doing other jobs, like they have to do watches, to make sure the ship's people not sneaking on and stuff like that. And some of them actually get to go home for a couple weeks and come back.
Mm-hmm. And, the other thing, too, is talking about the crew having other duties. The thing about other duties is sometimes you'll see them going along painting and things like that.
Yep.
Well, that's another thing when they're dry docked. That crew will be doing a lot of that because a lot of times they can't put those, what is that, the little thing that they hang over the side of the ship on?
A little cherry picker thing or scaffold. Yeah, scaffolding. There you go. Yeah.
They can't really do that a lot when the boat is at sea or in a port, but they can do it on a dry dock.
Sure.
Because then it's the regular scaffolding like you would put on the side of a building.
Well, they got air conditioned systems to work on. They got sewage systems to work on, water filtration systems work on. And sometimes I got to replace a stove in the kitchen.
Yes.
There's all kinds of stuff that's got to be maintained. I don't know what you got
Lisa laughing for, but she's laughing at you.
All right.
Robin got to say that again. Duties.
Duties. Say duties.
Duties. I don't know is my Southern accent saying the other duties?
It's your duties.
It's my duties. Are y'all trying to tell me that my Southern accent is what makes it not sound right?
Not me. I'm just sitting here minding my own business.
Minding my own business. So I want to tell you something about my Southern accent, okay? So this is a phrase that you can only truly say if you are a true Southerner.
Okay.
My dog is wet.
Yep. Only way you can take a 3-letter single-syllable word and turn it into a 2-syllable word. Wet.
That's right. So if you want to practice your Southern slang, you need to learn to say, my dog is wet.
My dog is wet. So how much does a dry dock cost?
I don't know. How much is a dry dock
I think they have to break out their credit card for this one because it costs between hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars.
What?
Yeah, it depends on, are you just doing a paint job and replacing some sheets and curtains? Or are you pulling in there and replacing an engine, right? Some big stuff, adding all new computer system. What are you doing in there? It can cost a lot of money.
So what is Elisa laughing at you so hard for? Because even Sharon jumped on that.
I don't know.
Chet, Elisa heard every word. What did you say?
I don't know what y'all heard.
Oh, about the pineapple. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm slow. Here's TNT.
See me. It would be amazing to have you two back with us. Sea Legs loves pineapples.
Okay, so here's Captain Billy. He says that when I say duties, it sounds like duties.
Duties.
It is. It's
duties. Duties.
So how's the right way to pronounce it?
Duties with a T.
That's what I said. Duties.
Yeah, you said duties with a D.
That's
duties.
what I'm saying. Okay, fine.
Duties.
It's duties. How about that?
Duties.
Duties. They're duties.
Now you said duties again.
It's just like my dog is wet. My dog is wet. How do you spell that?
Wet. Well, you spell it W-E-A-H-A-A-T. But
that's not the way I spell it. It's W-E-T. Wet.
Hey, do you know some of these? Back to dry docking, folks. Again. Okay.
So Eddie Lucas says, just forget about it.
And then that's how you spell it too, Eddie.
Here's seeing me traveling.
They clean off the barnacles off the bottom of the ships too. That's right. They scrape them things off and repaint everything they got to do. But You know what else they do sometimes? Dig this. They cut that ship in half vertically, not horizontally, vertically, pull it apart and throw in another section in the middle of the ship.
Yeah, I think that's insane.
And
good morning to Keisha.
Keisha, good morning
to
lady. You. Happy Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed the chef's table last night. And a Royal Caribbean Enchantment of the Seas. There were several other ships listed, but I figured most people would know a Royal Caribbean. If you've been on Enchantment of the Seas, you've been on a ship that's actually been cut in half, pulled apart, and another section welded in. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that.
Fearless says, I will join you some weekend if you like on the stroll. We're writing that down.
Yes, I'm writing that
on
down.
The list as well, too.
So, because I can't, Chet wrote them down the other day, but I can't remember.
I wrote two. I got TNT for this week, and I got Pedroza Travel for the 4th.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, we'll get Fearless on here, too. It'll be a good time. Woo! Hopefully, we'll get y'all up there on that group cruise with us, too. Let me make sure I ain't got no more notes here on this. Oh, yeah. So, just remember, sometimes a dry dock can happen also because something broke. It's not just always scheduled maintenance. Sometimes something broke. Propeller broke, engine broke, AC broke, and they got to get it back in to get that thing fixed. And it's something they can't do at sea. That's
right. So if Pedroza Travels, I haven't seen him in here yet this morning. So we have the guest lineup for the Saturday stroll is February the 25th is TNT. March 4th is Pedroza. March 11th is Alicia. March 18th is...
I think On Deck with CB was talking about it too. On Deck with CB. Weren't y'all interested in one of these days too?
March 18th is Fearless Rambler. I'll get to that. So
okay,
here, let's catch up with some of the
chat. Yes, got to get one of them little trees. You got to put that thing. Okay, everybody's hearing me for some reason.
And Eddie says, "Say it again, duties." I don't know why y'all like making fun of my Southern accent. I ain't got no Southern accent.
Duties is something you find in a diaper.
Here, read these chats.
See me. It would be amazing to have you two back with us. Sea Leg Love. You've already read that one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Y'all got me all off kilter. Oh, I was down here telling Keisha good morning.
That's because you weren't doing your duties. You were doing your duties. Woo!
And so Sharon says, don't argue with Robin. You won't win.
I know, right?
And here's Ocean to Ocean.
A deposit is 50% off on the group cruise right now, and you have 2 years to pay it off.
There you go.
There you go. Right on. See, Ocean's got some stuff for you. Contact Ocean today. No matter what group cruise it is, whether it's his Alaska cruise in 2025, our group cruise in 2024, or any cruise you want to go on. If you want to
if you want to create a group cruise.
Yeah, or if you just want to go on a cruise by yourself. If you're just planning a vacation, call Bruce at Ocean. And
here's Captain Billy.
Tooties lead to duties. Yeah, never trust a tootie.
Good morning to Shanster Travel.
Shanster, we was over there with Shanster last night
too.
And she had a great show over there talking about the main dining room.
Mm-hmm.
And we love the main dining room.
Okay, so TNT says 23 days away from their Cabo cruise. CME, you got to read these, Chet.
Okay, you sound fine, Robin, at Sea Lake Journeys.
That's because they Southern too.
I know, right?
That's because I've listened to Kurt talk. Kurt talks just like I do. Here's Eddie.
Y'all late arrivals, hit that like, y'all. Like it's $19.99.
There you go.
Jack in the shop says, my eye doctor asked me if I ever saw floaters. I said, I don't know. I always flush before I look.
Talking about the duties and TNT.
You know us boys. You say duty, potty, or number 2, and we giggle.
I don't know why that is. I don't know why boys think that's such a funny thing.
You know, I once asked a guy I worked with. He was like 80 years old. I said, hey, man, when does that stuff quit being funny? He goes, I don't know. I haven't got that old yet.
And good morning to Barry Brain.
Barry Brain in the house. Good morning to you.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give Barry a squeak this morning.
Back to our dry dock.
Well, that's pretty much it for the dry dock.
Oh, okay.
We only got 2 minutes, so excuse me. I wanted to mention though too that Port Canaveral is going to have trouble with rocket ships blasting off and the cruise ships trying to come in and out. What are we going to do? Are we going to have a dry dock for those rockets so we can get the ship out?
So I don't know. We've been on a cruise ship before when they launched a rocket from Cape Canaveral, and we actually got to see it, and it was really cool because they stopped all of the boat traffic, so that the shuttle could go off. So we got a perfect view of it. It was amazing. And one thing I want to say too is, how do y'all feel about clickbait? There was some clickbait. First of all, there's lots of channels that love clickbait, and so one channel had clickbait, and I had to go research it because what they were promoting as what it was really wasn't what it was. I'm just curious. Do y'all like clickbait? And here's Will G.
Will G says a lot of lives last night. Couldn't watch them all.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to a few of them, and that was it.
Yeah, and like I said, Monday through Fridays is so hard for me because I work so much during the week. It's ridiculous. Well, I think that we have wrapped this up. Robin's got to go to work.
Yep.
And Eddie says that clickbait sucks. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody else out there besides me that hates clickbait.
Yeah, we're not too into clickbait.
And you know what else I hate? I hate that you're going to announce something, you're going to bring me 3 points, right? But you don't bring my 3 points till the end of the video. Come on. Law Jones says no clickbait.
No clickbait, please.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's telling everybody have a great day. So Robin's got to go to work. So until tomorrow, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.